Hello everyone. Today using data, statistics, and facts, which is my opinion, we will go over every single Avatar The Last Airbender character and putting them on the scale of base to cringe. The who bar is for literal who's who I have no idea who they are and they don't really matter. First up, Appa. Very based character. He is that perfect animal character where he is lovable but not annoying. Very based. Okay, we got our first literal who. I don't remember who the hell this guy is. I think this is I was gonna say Sasuke. Sokka's dad's best friend or something. Very cringe. No, very literal who. Doesn't even have a place in the story. Everybody remembers the cabbage guy. Very base character. A man who's much like Diocletian. Obsessed with cabbages. A man after my own heart. Alright. Sparky Boom Boom Man basically was the Terminator during like the final season. Dude literally made the Avatar shit bricks and run away, so you have to be base to do that. Guy who stole Appa. Don't even remember his name. The only reason I put him above this guy is because he had more impact by stealing our best boy Appa. Very cringe. Monkey Yatso had a last stand and killed several firebenders during Sozin's comment when they were super amped up. Very based. Sokka and Katara's dad. And he existed. He was a okay dad. Never got to do much. It was cool and all, but he kind of left your family alone just to get fucked over by the Fire Nation. Very mid. As a character, she's mid, but her episode was based. But I gotta respect basically going full Black Widow on people and just slaughtering them to avenge your people. I'll put her above Sokka's and Katara's dad. He's mid. I don't even remember his name, but I remember his people basically got thrown on ships to do slave work. But he came back with a cool mustache, but he really didn't do much. Very mid character. Iroh, the most base character in Avatar The Last Airbender. Other series look to Iroh for inspiration to have that cool old guy trope done right. Iroh was the best thing about Avatar. There is no other better character than Iroh. Iroh is amazing. Oh, I could gush about Iroh, but I only have so much time to gush about him. Base character. Supreme. There should be a tier list or a tier. I should have made an entire row just to talk about how awesome Iroh. Assume he's the king of the bastes, but there should be just an Iroh tier above him. But love you, Iroh. Azula, very based, just below Iroh. What she did to my young, I don't know how old was I, 10-year-old 10-year-old brain. I can blame Azula for that. Azula did things to me. Azula and her consequences were a disaster for my developing young mind. Also, she was funny and awesome, so there we go. The guy who didn't want to train the Avatar because he didn't think he was ready and then proceeded to do nothing. Mid. Not cringe, purely because it takes some amount of baseness to say no to the Avatar. But besides that, you really didn't do anything, whatever your name was, so you're just a mid character. Jet. Cringe, bottom tier. Honestly, just like how there's a who for literal who characters, I should have made another section just for Jet, for the Jet tier. Awful character, big whiner, and had the audacity to oppose Uncle Iroh. Okay, Earth Nation girl who was after Zuko Strange. Queen of mids. Whoops. Queen of mid. She existed. Yeah. She existed, and she had a nice episode. Kinda sucks that Zuko dumped her, and then we never saw her again. Creepy girl. Okay, she was awesome. She basically established how horrifying Ba Sing Se and the Dai Li were by her mere existence. I think her name was Julie, so that puts her above everyone else on the mid scale just because I remember their name, besides Jet, but, Tool. Alright, another good character that we should have gotten more of. She earned the lust of Iroh, thus making her amazing. So, yeah, she should have been in more episodes. She was pretty dope. Katara. The mom. She has the awful position of being the mom of the group. Mid tier. Queen of mids. She did her job as being mom way too well and was boring because of it. But she had some pretty good episodes. But still. She slowed down much fun characters. King Boomy. I remember when I first watched the show when I was like 8. The Boomy reveal caught me off guard. Very awesome. King Boomy is just below Cabbage Guy. Earth Nation King. Basically a puppet. Then seriously got into the circus and never came back to take the throne. Pretty based. Okay, Kyoshi. Avatar Kyoshi. Yeah, she's above Appa. Takes a lot of stones to literally tell the equivalent of the Fire Nation of your day to, you know, go punch sand and then split off your home area from the continent and then made your own island. Pretty awesome. Also, Kyoshi basically told Aang to murder every single, you know, when in doubt, murdered the opposition. Aang could have listened to her a bit more. Alright. The guy in charge of the Dai Li, I forget his name. Minor. He was pretty good. He stole a lot of scenes, but I don't remember his name well enough. But I do remember his presence. Though I probably would have remembered his name if he actually fought Azula rather than, you know, immediately bowed out. So made him a little more cringe. One of Jet's flunkies, I don't remember his name. Literal Who status. Also, don't think that just because they're in the Who area that they're lesser than Jet. That just means I don't have an idea of who the hell they are. And they didn't have enough screen presence to make me care. So, like, Jet will forever, like, assume Jet isn't lesser than these two purely because not being a character is still better than being Jet. Alright, Goth Girl with the awful strange who is very annoying. I disliked her a lot. She's trash. If she's your waifu, you need to get your priorities straight. Aang. A very inoffensive main character. But I don't like the cop-out with the sea turtles at the end. But I like Aang. Aang is fine. Aang is just below Katara. But, I don't know. Too goody two-shoes, and the world literally bent over backwards by pulling out the sea turtles to stop him from, you know, doing anything that could have done anything cool. I don't know. I don't like the sea turtle thing at the end. I remember when I first watched that when I was a kid, and I was like, did I miss an episode where these things ever mentioned before? Literal Who status. I remember him being an inventor in some air temple. And is the reason why the Fire Nation got air balloons. I remember him more than these two. I could say that. Momo, lesser than Appa, but still a good thing. Didn't hurt the series by having him as inclusion. I remember hearing an article saying originally he was supposed to be Monkey Yatsu's reincarnation. Thank God they didn't go with that. Fire Lord Ozai. When your daughter is more of a G than you are, that's already an issue. Your presence was more frightening than your actual, I don't know. Ozai was like intimidating when he wasn't on the screen, but when you finally got to him, it was like, you're not that special. We could have spent more time with him to flesh him out, but because of that, I was more fearful of the Dai Li guy than Ozai. Old man who basically told Katara, you can't train. He wasn't offensive, but neither was he all that cool. You go here. Actually, I'll move you down here. You don't deserve that high of a spot. Alright, dude who trained Sokka. This dude is pretty cool for being a non-bender and was the only one with 2 brain cells in the Fire Nation to go, hey, these guys don't look anything like us. Perhaps they're, you know, foreigners on an incredibly xenophobic island, so for having the IQ larger than a walnut, you have the great honor of being here. Also, you looked cool. Oh, another one of Jet's flunkies. I wonder where they're going. No, I don't. Alright, Avatar Roku. Ew. Didn't murk his best friend like he should have, but I can't really say that's a negative. Didn't really do anything, or at least I can't name any grand accomplishments. We'll put him above these two. He was pretty okay, not offensive. I can't really fault him for not murking his best friend after one go. So I'll just leave him here, like high mid. Another one of Jet's flunkies. Literal who status. They should be cringe, but I'll give him the benefit of the doubt and just assume they're not as awful as Jet. Sokka, second best character in the series. Only below Iroh. If Aang wasn't around, I would have wanted Sokka to be the main character. Sokka's great. Hilarious. Was always a joy to watch on screen. Alright. Oh, speaking of the old bastard. Cringe. Wasn't cringe for the genocide. No, that's pretty okay. That's just comedy. It's just a prank at that point, you know. Hey, Avatar, you woke up, pranked. You don't have a civilization anymore. What puts him in cringe status is the fact that his plan wasn't that good. Like, yeah, attack the air temples and all that. But what's the next part of the plan when, they reincarnates? I know they wanted to capture Aang, but kind of hard when your element literally torches people. He set up the Fire Nation's decline, really. He could have just, stayed on his little islands and, built up. And then tried to snipe, like, one of the avatars in the avatar state. Or try to get Roku to show him the avatar state and then snipe him. But he didn't do that. I don't know. Felt like he could have gotten rid of Roku in a better way. I mean, he tried fighting him one-on-one, but that didn't work out. Then again, like, he could have done what Azula did and just, sniped him during the avatar state, like I said earlier. Just say, hey, broski, can you show me the avatar state? Then, haha, zap. I'm making it sound easier than it probably would have been, but yeah, not a cool character. All the issues in the series lead back to his crusty old ass starting a war that really didn't need to happen. Sokka's girly friend, Suki, definitely above Roku. Unoffensive, always was funny to have her around, especially towards the end. That jailbreak episode was pretty cool, so she gets to be at the top of mid. Literal who character, just like his dad. They only appeared in like one episode each. The Boulder. Oh yeah, now that's another fucking great character. Who doesn't love the Boulder? Oh, I'm putting it above Sparky Boom Boom Man and Monkey Yatso. He was awesome. Having Mick Foley voice a caricature of The Rock, that's pure genius. That is awesome. The Boulder should have been in more episodes. I love the Boulder. Time to go for another one of Jet's flunkies. Literal who status. I have no idea who these four even are. I don't even remember anything about them. That's the sole reason why they're not in cringe tier. Toph. Just below Azula. Awesome and funny character. Always knew what to do to make, be an awesome. She was a Chad. Simple as that. Toph was a Chad. One of the best characters. She was more of a man than Aang. So, that's pretty bad for Aang. Ty Lee. She is below Suki, but she was fun. She dabbed on, I think, Katara in one of the first episodes they were fighting. So that's always a plus. Also, she, stopped Azula from murking Zuko's goth GF. So that's a bonus for her. Zuko's mom. She played favorites. Kinda's the reason why I would argue Azula ended up the way she was, but she was not an awful person, so we'll just put her here. The cool owl dude. Another character I wish we had more episodes with. Just like, these are you guys were in too little episodes to really make an impact, but you were cool in the episode you had spot. Yeah, I'll put him here. Spirits were always cool in Avatar. The leader of WrestleMania. I'll put him above you. Just below her, but above you, old man. Moon Spirit chick. Oh, that's not where you're supposed to end up. You were a plot device more than anything. You go here. Instructor who went out with the boulder to catch Toph. I respect the hustle, but you are not. You are just a meh character. You'll go here. Ooh, I forget your name. I should remember you. I think it was Zhao. You were a Chad. You were like one of the best things about season 1. You murked the moon. You are going above Ozai. You had screen presence. I liked you. Yeah, in fact, you are above these two. I liked you. It was cool seeing him in Korra, but you were a cool character. Zuko. He's either in between. He's ending up in the highest of tiers of base spots. Honestly, scratch that. Zuko, I like Zuko more than Sokka. Had the best character development of any character I've ever seen ever. Was awesome. As much as I wanted to punch Zuko throughout the series, I also wanted to just give the bro a hug. He was just awesome. He stole the show. He was more of the main character than Aang. He was the only character, I think, in the entirety of Avatar's run that had an entire episode dedicated to only showing their point of view. Like, Zuko was awesome. They had never been able to replicate another Zuko in another TV show. His character development is just supreme. But yeah, that is the tier list. Surprisingly, there was not that many characters in Cringe, but that's just a showing how good Avatar: The Last Airbender was. I imagine if I had included Korra characters, there would be a shit ton of them in the Cringe tier. Like, an absolute majority of them. I will do that perhaps another day, but yeah, Korra. I liked what they were doing with the first season and the third season. It was just too jumbled. But that's it. Debate me in the comment section if you can. Tell me where you think I went wrong. And do you think these 4 of Jet's little entourage deserve to be anywhere else but where they're at? Like, should I have put them in Cringe? Let me know. Have a good one.